Welcome to Global Mission Charlatans International Broadcasts with Dr. Raymond.
Now, as a continuation of our parental responsibility, is that every child has a mind. Okay, children have a mind of their own. They have a mental analysis of situations. Okay, they have psychological analysis of situation, which is age appropriate. Now, this is very important. Children are not mini adults. When we understand this in this perspective, that children are not mini adults, we relate to them differently. Now, the reason why sometimes we demand too much of children is because we do not understand that they are children and they have a limit to how much they can think. So you must be able to understand that your child is a child. Now, the benefit of understanding that children are children for what they are is that you don't abuse them and maltreat them. Now, this is very, very important. And then you learn to be patient with them and watch them grow and become responsible adults. The fourth point is that children have an emotion. Children have an emotion, and that emotion can either be crushed or be appeased. The emotion can either be soothed or be hurt. Okay, you can sweeten the emotion, you can sadden the emotion, whatever the case is. So you must understand that children are sensitive human beings also. So you be careful the way you relate with them. The fifth point is that children have an individual body. They have a body, okay, and they can get sick. So you must ensure optimal health. Now, how do we as parents ensure that our children are in the best form of mental, psychological, and body health? Number one, we must avoid yelling and screaming at our children. I understand that sometimes children push you to the wall, they push you overboard, and you want to scream and yell to get their attention to do what is expected of them. This is sometimes okay, but it shouldn't be a regular occurrence. It shouldn't be something that is frequently happening in the home setting. And the danger of this happening frequently is that children over time develop adaptive measure and adaptive behavior to wall off these mental or psychological missile that is being fired at them regularly. Okay, and that may not go down with you subsequently because these measures may be aversive to your parenting plan. So it's important you don't push this too far. Okay, you don't do it for long.
Number two,
avoid name calling whenever you are offended. Now, there is a mystery of name calling, or there is a mystery of naming. And I'm going to tell you a story. God called Adam and told him to name all the animals, and he named one goat. Now, when he called that animal goat, goat began to behave like a goat. Okay, he called the other one sheep, sheep began to behave like a sheep. Now he called the other one lion, and lion began to behave like a lion. Now it is said that whatever name you call a thing, that thing assumes the characteristics of that thing. You've heard some people say, my name is following me. That is very, very true. Okay, so whatever name you call a thing, it assumes that name and begin to live out that name in the true sense of it. This is not a myth, this is reality. So we must ensure we call our children the right names. Now, you can't call your child a fool and expect him to behave like a wise person subsequently. You cannot call your child a dummy and expect him to come back with the best of results at the end of the session or at the end of the term. So these are very important dynamics, and we must put them in perspective when we are relating with our children. So don't be tempted to call your child a fool when next you get angry.
Next,
we must avoid raining down insults or abusive words on our children. Words are powerful. Words are transforming. Words are life-changing. Okay, so if you want to use words, you must use them in the right perspective. You must use them in the positive sense. Okay, don't speak negative words on your children because you're offended. That isn't good. Okay, words are prophecy. So whenever you are speaking a word over your child's life, you're speaking prophecy. You're speaking something that's going to happen. So we have to be careful what we say to our children whenever we're offended. Choose your words carefully. The next point is that we must encourage our children and counsel them whenever we discover that they are going through any form of emotional turmoil. This is very important because it's gonna affect their relationship with the parents and with people around them. We must apologize when we need to apologize, and we must reaffirm our love for our children. About the body, I'm going to just say a few points. Number one is that we must ensure that children are placed on balanced diets. Very, very important. Now we must avoid junks in our homes. Okay, you must have a food menu planned for your children's food. Okay, don't just wake up in the morning and start thinking of what to cook. That isn't gonna go well with the health of your children. So like I said, avoid junks. Okay, avoid too much of sweets and biscuits, and if you have take them at mealtime. And if you're too tempted, ensure that the children brush their teeth or rinse their mouths after taking such foods, because it can harm the child's dental health. Next point is that for young children, especially infants, and ensure you do exclusive for them as mothers. Okay, at least 6 months exclusive, and then you supplement with baby formula, and then maybe subsequently you try to introduce the family diet early enough so that children don't lose too much weight when they are trying to convert from baby infant food to the normal family diet. About the health also, I want to recommend that you have a regular checkup for your children, maybe once a year. If that's okay by you, let them just run a general check and ensure their health is in perfect shape. Now also, you must ensure that your children visit the physician in the event of any symptoms. They should visit the physician early enough. Okay, don't wait until the symptoms are just too bad before you see a physician. That wouldn't go well. Now finally, we must avoid over-the-counter drugs and herbal medications for our children. These can harm their gastrointestinal tract. It can also affect their kidneys, and that may also not go down well with the family. Now these are the very few points I want to bring to you on this today. I hope you have been enriched. Stay tuned as to bring you part 4 of parental responsibility. Thank you. Bye-bye.